So, hello everyone. We are on the first chapter once again, the French Revolution, and today we are going to discuss 2 points: the rule of directory in France, and the second topic is the role of women for getting universal adult franchisee. Now, before proceeding with the rule of directory in France, let me tell you about the Reign of Terror. The Reign of Terror, that is a period of 1793 and 1794. This particular period is known as the Reign of Terror when Maximilien Robespierre, who was the leader of the Jacobin Club, was found to be ruling. Now, when he came into power, he was the one to lay out different policies, and all the policies were of severe control and punishment. If anybody who was found to be an enemy of his, if anybody was opposing him, raising his voice against him, criticizing him, then those members, either they belonged to nobles, clergy, or his own party, they were arrested. Not only arrested, they were imprisoned also and were sent for revolutionary tribunal. Now, if they were found guilty, then ultimately they were being guillotined. Now, when this word comes, it means that they were beheaded because it is a kind of device which has two poles and a blade is there between which beheads a person. Your head is being removed, it is being struck off. This particular device was invented by Dr. Guliton, so on his name, this device got the name of Guliton. Now, Robespierre government, if I talk about, it had done various things also. It has introduced ceiling on wages and prices. The meat and the bread, it was available from ration shops. The peasants, they were compulsorily forced to sell their grains to the government, and that also on the fixed prices of the government. The usage of white wheat was forbidden. Equality was practiced in each and every way. The usage of sir and ma'am, it was not allowed. Instead of that, citoyen and citoyenne, that came into concept. That is, this is the fatherland and we are the citizens of it. So we find the policies to be very severe at the time of Maximilien Robespierre. They were so severe that even his supporters, they demanded moderation. Finally, Robespierre, he was convicted by a court in July 1794 and arrested. On the next day he was guillotined. And then came the rule of directory in France. So let us study the first topic, that is the rule of directory in France. The end of Jacobin government and the rule of directory comes into France. The power from the third state or the middle class people that moves into the hands to the wealthier middle class people, they have seized the power during the rule of the directory. A new constitution was introduced. If you remember, children, then universal adult franchisee for the males was granted to each and every male at the time of Jacobin ruling or Jacobin club when it was there, and Maximilien Robespierre, who was the one to rule. At that time, all the adult males above 21 or 21 years age, they had got the voting rights. Right now, when directory came into being, again the new constitution was there, and the universal adult franchisee is back to the same as in 1791. That is, non-propertied sections of the society were not being given voting rights. Now it provided two elected legislative councils. Now, what was the role of the two elected legislative councils? The two elected legislative councils appointed a directory. So, directory is a body or an organization of 5 members. Now, five members, why? Why not one member? Because the power does not resist in one hand, it cannot be misused. So, keeping in mind about the Jacobin Club, when the power was in the hand of a single person, that is Maximilian Robespierre, so his policies were very severe and he followed them, made the people follow. So at this time it was taken care that there are at least five members, more than one member there are, so that the power does not lay in single hand. So a directory is nothing, it is a body of five members. Now, however, if I talk about the directors, they used to often clash with the legislative councils, and ultimately these legislative councils they used to dismiss the directors, whom we call to be executives also. Now, once being dismissed, we find the directory to be unstable. Now, when the directory was unstable, ultimately Napoleon Bonaparte, who was the military general at that time of France, he took the advantage of the instability of the directory and took away the parts of the France and became the dictator of the France. So this is how Napoleon Bonaparte he became the dictator of the France just because the directory was unstable, and he is found to be ruling over France, expanding his territories, joining new territories to the France, expanding the boundary line, introducing Napoleonic Code, Civil Code 1804, which you are going to study later in class 10. And but at the same time, if I say that though he was a dictator, but he was a good administrator and he has used various administrative measures to make his country strong, because he used to think that if the country is being administered properly or in a correct way, then ultimately the country is going to prosper. So we shall talk about Napoleon Bonaparte later on. Let us come to the next topic, that is, did women have a revolution? Yes, women had a revolution. They had been revolting from the very beginning. From the third state, if it remember at the very starting of the chapter, when 600 people they had come over there to attend the meeting, then the women members, though they were not allowed, but they had sent their issues in the form of letters. And in 1791, if I talk about, they participated actively and National Assembly came into being. But after the coming up of National Assembly, they were thinking that the voting rights will be granted to them, but unfortunately, they were dissatisfied by the constitution which was laid in 1791 when France became a constitutional monarchy, but still the voting rights were not granted to them. So, from the very beginning, they have participated actively. And if I talk about the women of the third state, they have continuously been working for their living. They have been working in a very different way. They have been working as a seamstress, laundress. They have been selling flowers, fruits, vegetables. They have been working as a domestic servant and so on. So, overall, if you think about, these women are doing such kind of jobs which does not require access to education because they were not educated. That is a lacking point. And the second lacking point for the women of the third state was they did not undergo any sort of training. Though they were doing the same kind of job as the men were doing, the same kind of job was done by the women, but still their wages were low if you compare to that of men. Now, slowly, to gain political rights, these women they started forming their own political clubs. Approximately 60 clubs came into being during that time, and out of those 60 clubs, the most famous was the Society of the Revolutionary and Republican Women. You need to remember the name of this club. Once again, the Society of the Revolutionary and Republican Women. That is, they are going to raise the voice for political rights. Let us proceed. Now, if I talk about the demand of the woman, what was the demand of the woman? They demanded equal political rights. That was the demand. That is, universal adult franchise to be granted to them also. They knew very well that 1791 constitution it was a disappointment to them. Now, what was the role of the revolutionary government earlier? Though they declared women to be the passive citizens, but still they have worked a lot for the upliftment of the lives of these women members. The schools were opened, the state opened various schools, the girl education was made compulsory. The third one is that the father could not force them to get married. The marriage was being considered a legal contract. That means divorce was legalized. Now either men or women, anybody could file for divorce if they were unhappy in the married life. At the same time, they could be trained for jobs. As a result, in future we find women members to be rising and doing their small business, becoming artists and so on. Now, though the women they were the one to undergo their schooling and were being uplifted by the government, though it was a rule of reign of terror, but still the upliftment of the women was there. But still the struggle went on because the voting rights were not yet granted, even during the reign of terror also. So women movements for voting rights and equal wages continued, and this continued for the upcoming 200 years. It was not only in France, it became an international movement wherever in the countries where the women did not have the political rights, voting rights, they started demanding political rights, not only voting rights, they wanted to be elected to the assembly, and after being elected, they wanted to acquire the office also, political office. This is what they thought that could improve their lives. So, if you see this movement which was carried in the 19th and the 20th century, when the women members they were raising their voice, we are going to remember these years as the revolutionary years. It is going to inspire the memory of we people that how they really worked hard, how they really worked, how they fought for their own universal rights, universal adult franchisee. Finally, in 1946, in France, the women were given the voting rights. So this is how the women members they got the voting rights. Thank you.